Jacques Bazinet here at Talos Holdings. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. Hey, I need to pick your brains this morning. Let's get your thinking caps on and let's share some thoughts with one another. I'd like to take a look at two structures. Let's just say you had a development deal and you were 7% return on cost, 33% unlevered IRR. And let's just look at a traditional structure. Let's just say it's a $150 million development deal. You get a 65% construction loan, and then you bring in an equity partner that brings in 90% of the equity. So that means that the LP would bring in about $47.25 million worth of equity, and then the GP would bring in $5.25 million. If that was the traditional deal, a traditional deal, you'd split it 30-70 between the LP and the GP. So the LP would get 70% of the ups and the GP would get 30. Now let's look at it in a non-traditional way. Let's just say you get a 80% construction loan, not a loan in mezz, but you get an 80% construction loan. That means you need $30 million worth of equity on the same deal. We know that in a traditional structure, you'd split it 30-70 when the LP brings in 90% of the equity and the GP brings in 10. But what if the same deal, 80% levered, the GP brings in half the equity? So you need $30 million worth of equity. The GP brings in 15 and the LP only needs to bring in 15. What would be a way to split the ups? So traditional deal, 30-70, LP brings in 90% of the equity, GP brings in 10 at a 65% levered. But on this deal, what if you did an 80% loan, no mezz, an 80% loan, and then the GP and the LP both brought in 50% of the equity? How would you split the ups? So looking forward to your comments, guys. Know that this is so helpful, whether you DM me, privately, or whether you call me, or whether actually it's kind of helpful if you just put your notes right here on LinkedIn, because then other people can see what you're saying. Anyways, so appreciate you guys. Make it a fantastic day, and let's keep developing out there.
Talos Holdings. Better life. Better living.